Welcome back to Digital Devil Saga. Last time, we defeated Hecatonkaias at the end of the underwater cable, and arrived at the processing dome, or the internment facility. It's a little unclear. That cannot be used here. But, most importantly, Cielo, my beloved, he is back! So Cielo is still strong against electricity and weak against ailments, but there are still ways to cover that weakness. However, getting ailment immunity is a little harder in this game than it was in the first game, but I also feel like there are fewer enemies that use ailments on Cielo. Also, Cielo's had a general glow up in stats overall. Also, there are a lot of bosses in this game that don't like electricity. They definitely were encouraging players who passed on him in the original to use him more. Okay, so I'm going to put Cielo first, then Argilla, and then Gale. Now, there's going to be something funny about the fourth party slot in the first fight we get into. And yes, don't worry, there is an elephant in the room that I haven't quite addressed yet. I will address it in a moment, because the game will do it for me. Welcome to the Internment facility. The song that plays here has a really funny name, but I won't mention it just yet because it's a bit of a spoiler as to what this place actually is. So if we go over here, we have a small terminal and a heal point. I had a feeling they'd give us one of these soon because we were a little bit hurting on MP after that last fight. Of course, my first playthrough of this game, I was very hurting in the HP department. It almost killed me because I let its attack multiply too much. But if we proceed a little further... Whoa, hold up. This is the shop. Wherever I set up shop, that's where the shop is. It's a serious business, remember that. This is the aforementioned best NPC I was referring to, the Mad Mart Express vendor. Want to know the secret of good business? Listen up, guy. Wise man sets up shop in enemy territory. Got it? I see you've been taking lessons from Anna from Fire Emblem. But yeah, this is the exact same shop as the Mad Mart back in the Underground City, so our points carry over. Essentially, it serves as a dungeon shop well, there's a TV Tropes term, but yeah, a shop that will appear in any dungeons, because often it's inconvenient to get all the way back to the Mad Mart in the city. So yeah, Great Chakra to sell for slightly more now due to our rank, but mainly I want to go ahead and sell my clothes in this. They do not sell for much. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, comments, but unlike the cells in the first game, I don't believe the flower sell prices are affected by solar noise. So now we can buy karma rings from the shop. A good way to get points quickly. So we get the magic ring and the quick ring. Speaking of quick, I really want to save money for mantras, but also I do want to make sure to get every ring in the game. Which means I'm going to have to buy another roll in the Crimson Box Gacha. Yeah, it plays a different sound effect if you got the ring. I'm gonna go for it again. Alright, yeah, 2, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. Well, not ahead, I'm gonna quit while I'm behind, more specifically. Don't wanna get fully, into that gacha addiction. It's funny, in real life I am very much immune to gacha addiction, but when it comes to just things that use purely virtual currency, like especially Xenoblade 2, I'm okay with it. Well, fortunately, our man on the inside is safe thanks to us and Roland. So, it's time to introduce a new party member. Oh no, they're seagulls! Say hello to Indra, Hindu god of thunder. And we're facing against 2 of these seagulls. Now, Nues, I believe, to actually check my notes this time. Yeah, Nues are weak to fire. You'd think they'd be weak to Zeo, given that we just got Cielo, and Roland is primarily a Zeo user, but they aren't. Okay, let's Turunda. Fortunately for us, though, Roland also happens to have Agi. You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead, and this is my first time doing this. I'm going to deploy Surf in, even though Argilla needs the experience more. Oh boy. Yep, well, that's a Seagull Death Cry, but also, holy crap, that difference in damage. Literally double the damage, which shows that Roland is not really a magic user. He's essentially a replacement for Heat as the physical fighter of the party. And, okay, Gale is a mastered mantra. I better go back and get him a new one then. Not all the guards, but that's because the jailer is patrolling. Why is it that prison wardens are, like, always evil in, like, just about any, video game? Well, I mean, I think we're pretty strong, but you want to listen to what that guy says. But first, let's go over our new character, Roland. Roland is essentially the physical specialist of the party, but his stats are a lot more mixed than Heat, especially when it comes to magic. This may have been an attempt to rectify an issue that some people have with Heat, in that his low magic made him take a lot of damage from enemy spells, and it made him less versatile. I personally never had much of a problem with Heat, but I can see why having more of a mixed attacker might be a little more useful. Honestly, I actually don't find Roland as useful as Heat, specifically because navigating the physical section of the mantra grid to get its best skills, I find a bit harder than in DDS1. But he's strong as electricity, just like Cielo, and weak to earth. We finally have a party member with that as a weakness, not that's a good thing. To go fully into lore, Indra is a Hindu god of war, weather, lightning, thunder, rain, and river flows. He's described as brash, but ultimately benevolent, and he has two nemeses, the dragon Vritra and Indrajit, which literally means conqueror of Indra, otherwise known as Meghanada. Well, we're in a setting that draws pretty heavily from Hindu mythology, so let's just hope that none of our foes can turn into either of those things. Okay, right, you mastered Bolt Wizard. What was I going to put you on next? Actually, I do like to get him close to the debuff section of the week, because there are actually some new debuffs in this game that are quite potent, and I may want to get to those as soon as I can. I suppose I'll go through the physical section for that. I know I've already got Tarakaja on someone else, but Gale may make better use of it. Now, Cielo currently is on Fierce Spirit, which is more healing. So here's the thing, the ailment nulling skills are actually around here, so my goal is to get Cielo into that part of the grid as soon as possible, and that's going to require me to get a bit of ice and or fire. So either I stay on this, get Fire Demon, Fire Spirit, and go in there, or I get Ice Spirit, Ice Demon, and then go into there. I think I'm actually going to go for the Ice Spirit. Of course, I also have to balance that with using this. Also, you can go for the Angel ones with Cielo as well if you want. There are a few routes you can go with him. I do like to go for the ailment skills, personally. Yeah, so right now I'm actually going to abandon his current mantra and switch over to Ice Spirit. Meanwhile, Roland is currently on Fire Demon? I guess because we don't have Heat right now, so they want to make sure that you have some fire skills, but I already have Fire on Surf. Do I stay on this, or do I go for... Oh, Roland doesn't have Devourer. Let's rectify that. Thankfully, Cielo starts with it. Yet another reason why Cielo is surprisingly goated. So let's actually head further into this maze of containers. Yes, there will be some chests in these areas to pick up. Unlike the similar maze of containers in Trails in the Sky, however, the third specifically, there's no darkness here. Oh right, I got rid of Argilla's Devour skill because of the boss fight. Whoops, okay. I guess Gale will om that. It's kind of weird that Roland doesn't start with Devour skills. I mean, actually, it makes sense though, because he was, he's only recently got the demon virus, so devouring enemies is pretty new to him. Yeah, thinking about it, actually, it is explained. Dismute. Yeah, Roland also starts with healing, so yeah, he is very versatile. But he can easily become a jack-of-all-trades, master of none. Oh, hi, Anzu. You were definitely not in the first game. You're an absolute pain in Shin Megami Tensei 5, though, I know that much. Oh, you're a bit of a pain here, because Zanma's pretty strong from this point. I'm going to go for the Analyze, which I'm going to have to put on someone else if I take Argilla out of the party, I just realized. Null, Force, and Earth, weak to Gun, and Elec. But you have Elec skills of your own. Weak to Gun, though. Oh, unfortunately, yeah, I'm going to revert Gale. Because I could show off Roland's gun right now, which is not great, it's just a shotgun that hits everything. But he also has my Elec skills, so I basically still need him. Devour, maybe? Well, we got him. And yeah, we're getting MP regeneration thanks to ingest mana. I like the fact that you get that on the first Devour mantra. I forget what Argilla's working on right now, mantra-wise. I guess we'll find out. Oh, it's Fallen Hero for better healing. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, now you're level 13. Already a good amount of magic for a non-surf person. And with that, I am gonna put Cielo in because Cielo is cool and he needs more screen time. Just wanted to keep everyone's levels even. Okay, so we should take the first north here, as it's going to dead end sooner. Okay, now it's a Seagull and an Anzu. Also, I just realized I probably should have gone for fire with you, because nobody else in this team has fire, but oh well. This is what you get for switching out your party like this. I was about to say, oh, I can Devour with Roland, but no. Also, yeah, Roland's arm, it turned into a Vajra, which was the signature weapon of Indra in Hindu mythology. So, yeah, accurate in that regard, too. Phantom Ring. This is one of the slightly different Karma Rings in terms of how it works. Oh, yeah, I should probably distribute these too. You take the Quick Ring. Actually, wait, no, Cielo should probably take the Quick Ring, unless the Phantom Ring is, Yeah, Phantom Ring increases agility in human form, and it has 4 slots, so can be nice for certain setups, but, yeah, look, one thing that I do like a lot about the Karma Rings is some of them lead to some very interesting potential strategies. There's some really unique ring effects in this. Like, again, having an agility boost in human form is kind of nice. Okay, no, I don't have anything there. Yeah, later on I'll have way more gems than I know what to do with. To be honest, I'm not, like, the best at using the Karma Ring customization system. But hey, we have a new enemy here, and I can't scan because, okay. Well, I know that Ouroboros is weak to ice. Which I also don't have on this party. And they use some pretty strong fire attacks, and they have some funny animations when they get hit. And they make that great horse sound. Tarukaja, Mucka Jam, and Void Mute. Actually, getting Mucka Jam at this point, especially having it on 2 characters, gonna be useful for the boss of this dungeon. Oh, that's where I remember that from. That's Harley's death cry. So, wow, he's being disrespected yet more in death. A generic enemy has stolen his death sound. Oh yeah, Cielo starts out with Medea, but I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and put Analyze over regular Dia. Him being the first one of us to have Medea is pretty useful. And what's inside this box? Blue Diamond. Okay, now we do have something. Not sure if I want to give the power of, like, weaponizing grief to someone, but okay. I think that's what Blue Diamond does in Steven Universe. I haven't watched that. Customized ring, there we go. Okay, Blue Diamond, Vitality +2. I guess I can get, the Hee-Ho ring is pretty rare, but I can reset it later. And that is the final slot on that ring. But again, I can reset it later if I want to. Okay, just heading up here will get me another item. Oh, that's actually feels like I was a little far away from that chest to open it, but this stun is kind of nice. So I think I should say that in this dungeon, I think this is the first time that a certain type, well, 2 certain types of new encounters will start appearing. But first, we have Trollololololololol. Yes, it's a troll. Null Ice, weak to fire, charm, and nerve. I remember specifically that troll was still weak to charm in Nocturne, because it's a mini-boss in that, and it was pretty fun because you could just charm it, and it would just sit there wasting all its press turns. But, well, fire still works. Ah, we've made the troll afraid. Now we can eat the troll. Oh, I just realized I haven't been going into demon lore yet. Can be easy to forget that. I have a lot of gameplay to go over in these parts. Cielo gets Bufu, Void, Ice, and that's it. Also, Gale levels up, so currently right now, how's that for redundancy? But yeah, everybody right now, is level 13. There's one more chest over here, though. And it is a special one. Okay, now I can finally scan you. Orobus, Null, Fire, and Nerve are weak to ice. I haven't actually fully explained what Nerve is. Nerve is sleep, stun, and I think that's it in this game. Basically, it's physical ailments that deal with the body. But okay, Orobus is the 55th demonic spirit of the Ars Goetia, and a prince of hell who gives conjurers perfect information about the past, present, or future. Reconciles them with foes, and protects them from being tempted by demons, which is a little... Wait, so you can summon a demon to stop you from being tempted by demons? That's... I feel like there's a strange bit of... I don't even know if I'd say irony there. It's like, hang on a minute. Although granted, maybe it's like this similar logic to like backburning, where you set things on fire to prevent things being set on fire. Well, specifically in backburning, you burn areas to deprive potential forest fires of fuel, so that, you strategically burn, like, small areas. And I remember that because I played an old edutainment game as a kid where you had to protect an area from forest fires, or bushfires as we call them in Australia, and one of the methods for doing so was backburning. Oh, no, I'm not going to devour because you two both have mastered mantras, and the third person here doesn't have a devour skill. Hopefully that'll change soon. Yeah, whenever he gets the killing blow with that fist, though, it looks like a yo-yo. To me, it always looked like one of his fists is a Vajra and the other is a yo-yo. I mean, yo-yos can be deadly weapons in certain games, but it's still a bit weird for a Hindu god of thunder. So now we're in a very high-techy looking place. Despite, like, its sort of importance, this is actually quite a small dungeon, but it has a pretty major gimmick that we'll get into later. And by later, I mean kinda soon. Haha, we have frozen the horse in an expression of holding its hands behind its head. That is such a weird sentence. Can I finish everything here with Mad Rush? No, only one seagull died. Oh yeah, seagulls can still insta-kill you. Again, there's a weird sentence. Nue does seem to use death skills in a lot of SMT games. Okay, now you have Devour. So I'm going to make him my designated physical attacker. I'm not really sure that Ingest Mana is going to be useful for him, so I'll keep the rest of his skills on. Although I don't think I really need Dia. Yeah, he has Bufu as well. Oh, actually, you having 3 elements is really nice, considering a certain thing that can happen in this dungeon. I really hope it shows up, but trust me, you'll know if it shows up. Or rather, hopefully, when it shows up. Oh, hi, Thoth. Matera. Oh, boy. Yep, Roland's weak to that. And Ma revert. Of course, you reverted the one person who had the Analyze skill. I have Elect Shot, I guess. But I'm still gonna just go ahead and transform Cielo. Still love how he clicks his fingers. Can I get back to his turn in time? I can, okay. If I remember right, your weakness is a bit weird. Strong, all magic, weak to death, and panic, neither of which I have right now. But if I had panic right now, this thing would be super dead, because panic is broken in this game. I forgot to write down Thoth's demon lore in my notes. Thoth is an Egyptian god of wisdom, I believe. And he's depicted as either the head of an ibis or a baboon. As a kid, I was more familiar with the ibis-headed version of Thoth. He is said to be self-created or born from the seed of Horus from the forehead of Set. One story says it was born from the lips of Ra. It is known as the god without a mother. Okay, there's actually a lot of different stories on this guy. But anyway, he's weak to things we don't have and strong against all magic, so I think I'm just going to use physical attacks and he can lower your physical attack. Yeah, Thoth is annoying. At least he can't mind charge in this one. Oh, well, he died to 3 physical attacks, though. And he dropped $360. If only I could make $360. Okay, no, I don't want to say I want to make $360 by beating up a monkey. That sounds horrible. But, okay, so, through that door is a new, well, the reintroduction of an old mechanic if you've played the first game. But for this, I'm going to want to check my mantras. Okay, you've mastered that. You know what? I'm going to come back to this after the next save point, because, there's a field hunt in there, and I don't want to waste it when I have this many, people with mastered mantras. But we can use your shoddy to hit these guys. I don't know why, but sometimes I like to call shotgun shoddies. Like, you know the term, like, you know, like calling shotgun? The equivalent to that in Australia is shoddy. Like we call it shoddy. Like, shoddy not it for, you know, when you're playing tag. Australians like to shorten things by adding Y to the end of things, or O. Trolls are a little bit less receptive to things. So yeah, a lot of people don't like Roland's shotgun. It does do more damage, I think, on average than the other multi-target guns. Cielo's is random, but it can potentially do more. Wow, Gale's is weak. But, yeah, it's actually, like, decently strong, but it's sort of the equivalent of, Heat's grenade launcher. Essentially, Roland is our suspiciously similar substitute character for Heat. Yeah, that actually did a lot of hits. Still not dead, though. Oh, Frost Breath. Random hits of ice damage to everything. Troll is confused. Yes! You dropped $300! If only I could make $300 by confusing a troll. That feels like something that you'd probably... Like, that could be a job online. Maybe as a forum moderator or something. I am saying a lot of weird sentences today. You really want me to use guns, don't you? We're getting a next save point soon. But in here, we have a very big room that you'll want to remember for later because it's important, I think, for 2 things. One of which is optional, but comes far later in the game. Medical kit is great to have. And... yep, it's a trap chest. With some Aurora Busters. So I think I'll actually swap Surf in. Nice dodge there. Let's go ahead and deploy. I do love how this game lets you just send in other party members whenever you want. It does cost a press turn, but still. Finally, I can hit a weakness. And I have frozen the horse in a position of holding its hands behind its head. Okay, well, actually, no, you've mastered your mantra, so devouring is dumb, but okay. Yeah, Surf is the only one with a non-mastered mantra right now. You do still get the item from that chest as a battle reward. Yeah, this right here. Strange mechanism. It's a strange machine. That's all we know. Well, it's actually a strange machine. I don't know why I read that as mechanism. The purpose of that will become more apparent as we travel forward. Okay, that's a new enemy. Encore. Here I'm going to have to deploy in Cielo because I want to scan. Yeah, we're gonna have to sell some things at Mad Mart and get that spyglass soon, because then everybody can scan and not need to waste a move slot on us. Nether Encore, so has physical attacks, weak to ailments, null fire, strong to physical, and gun. So yeah, Encore is an 8 prince who is the son of Pali Thirat, and he is the cousin of Hanuman and the character in the Thai epic of Ramakien. Oh, you're strong against that. Well, I'm dumb. Has Argulau, but fortunately serves out of the party, so not weak to that. And we should be able to finish him off with this. Okay, there is one thing in this dungeon that's weak to Earth, so keeping Terror on Gale is maybe okay. Why are all the monkeys in this dungeon worth exactly $360? Yeah, look at all those conveyor belts here. You might want to remember this for later as well. It's a small dungeon, but one we will have to travel through various parts of. Oh, hi Nekomata, you're back. So, I know Nekomatas are weak to Zeo, which I believe makes them one of the, well, not few, but one of the enemies that kept its weakness from the first game. Drain Force, Null Charm, weak to Elec, and they can charm you. Oh, they have Marin Karen. Yeah, they can really charm you. Let's whack the kitty, though, and then burn the troll, and eat the troll. Wow, this has just been the part of weird sentences. But this dungeon in general is very weird. I believe we're approaching the first save point. Yeah, so we have a control room here that we can't get into. We have a save point, and we have a strange machine. Yeah, if Cielo doesn't like the vibes he's getting from something, you know it's bad. Power is currently off, remember that, but there's some dried splotches on the ground. I wonder what that could be. However, after this save point, I'm going to be backtracking even more than I usually am in this because I'm going to go back to that field hunt. So let's spend our money that we get from destroying monkeys on some new mantras for everybody. We do have to sit through, yeah, everyone's mantras unlocking and expanding, but, okay, I had a plan for Cielo. I should probably start on that first. Sometimes it's a good idea to go for your, like, definite plan mantras first. So yeah, I need to either get Fire Spirit or Ice Demon to get Adamant, and I'm gonna go for Fire Spirit because that's cheaper. Raving Slash, Critical, Quick, yes, I'll get this one. Resolution is a new skill. And if I master that, I get the first Esoteric mantra, but it's gonna cost me almost all my money. And I already have that purchased on Cielo, so it'll be less efficient to do that. Okay, I'd like Terazi, but also Death. I need somebody with Death skills, but I would actually like Terazi. And Surf is already working on Fire Leader. So Roland, yeah, I'm gonna... Body Rush and Mad Rush I already have on Gale, but yeah, I'm gonna go into this for the physical skills. This song is so calming. Every game should have save points with music this calming. Oh, for a moment I thought that was the new type of encounter that can show up, but no, it's Rakshasa mode, which is still cool, but, this is actually kind of weird. I almost don't want to devour here. You know what? I'm going to actually just show this off. Retreat. Retreat is guaranteed to succeed during Rakshasa mode, and I normally take that, but I'm going to be getting a whole ton of AP anyway from the field hunt. I don't want to steal the field hunt's thunder. Okay, yep, Surf is one-shotting now. Oh hey, Roland's got ahead of everyone else. And he did not gain strength or magic. Discurse is alright. Here we go! There are weak demons in the area. You can try field hunting here. Want to give it a try? What's a field hunt again? Surf assumes he is Varna formed during a field hunt and can see weak demon presences. By pressing the square button, he can attack these demons. They will continue to appear until the time runs out. Try to maneuver efficiently so as to hunt as many weak demons as possible in the time allotted. You receive AP after the hunt in accordance with the number of demons. Okay, so this is actually a little weird. Okay, it'll be easier to explain this by actually doing it. You still have to fight a Mitama for the end of the field hunt to get the AP. But the Mitama will always spawn. You do not need to destroy every one of the orbs. Instead, the number of orbs destroyed will make the Mitama stay around longer. And considering how frustrating the later field hunts got in the first game, especially with the way that their orbs would spawn, you basically needed encyclopedic knowledge of where they all were. For example, here, there's nothing in this room, so I wasted a whole bunch of time. If this was the original game, I probably would have failed this. But in this version, you don't need to worry about getting them all. You just need to... You just are more likely to kill all the Mitamas if you get a lot of orbs. It's a subtle change, but it really does get rid of the main downside of field hunts in the original, while keeping all their positive aspects. Okay, I do like to get at least 20. Okay, did get 20 though. Okay, we got over 20. That's probably as far as we go. Demon Presence closes in on the party. So now we fight a bunch of Mitamas. And like I said, depending on the number of orbs you got, the longer these Mitamas will stay around before fleeing. Our Mitamas are weak to ice, so let's go ahead and use the Mabufu combo. The general idea is to make them frightened and devour them. Because you are... Terra, Argi... Surf doesn't even have Bufu, it's just Roland, okay. I guess he can just go for a blind devour. They'll usually just stick around and use buffs. The defense buffs don't really help them that much. They're pretty much invincible unless you devour them. Well, I mean, they'll die eventually, but devouring makes it way easier. Ooh, one of them got frozen. That's actually... I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's pretty weird, honestly, because devour skills suck against frozen enemies. As you can see there, it's still not dead. Well, I guess you can use them, although that'll cost me two turns. Attack it, I guess? Yeah, no, I have never seen that happen before. So, yeah, I wonder how much AP we get for it. Like, this is the first time in my life I've ever killed a Mitama without devouring it. So, I don't know how much that's going to affect its AP yield. Sugakaja is bad, though, because that means attack will potentially miss them. Granted, it does seem like combos have a much higher chance of hitting. Okay, here we go. Now we can nom, hopefully. Okay, we got another one. I feel like Roland's kind of hogged a little too many to himself. Okay, I would like to get the last devour with Surf here. Okay, I've got all of them. And so with that... Did not master Surfs, but mastered Roland and Cielo's. Which were easy to master mantras, but so I guess, yeah. But we got $3,000 out of that. The hunt result is rank A. It was delicious. That's for killing all of them. If you kill 3 of them, you get a rank B, and I don't mean to, like, brag or anything, but I've never got lower than a B, so I don't know what the dialogue is for getting lower. And Cielo levels up. Yeah, that's... Well, actually, a lot of that magic comes from the ring, but still. Just realized, I actually think I will set, Zio, over Terra on Gale right now. There aren't a lot of things weak to Zahn in here, but, yeah, I do want to keep Zahn on him because he has the boost skill for that. And just in time, we got Fire Leader right before the terminal. Oh, Agilau's going to be very strong for this point in the game, especially backed by Fire Boost. Also, Flame Breath. The random elemental skills have upgraded versions in this game that can be very strong. So now, I think this should... No, that didn't expand the grid again. Yeah, the grid doesn't actually expand, like, all that often. It's really just at the beginning when you don't have a lot. Yeah, when the grid expands for this time, now we get access to these outer spokes. So you have Fire Emperor, Fire God. In here, this is the line that I really want to put Cielo into. This is pretty much as far as the mantra grid will go for a while. We would have access to World, Recalmdra, and Calm Death. I don't think I even have any sleep skills, but we can't afford that right now. I like how they just say revive magic skill rather than revive magic skills because there's only one of them in each, but If there's gonna be jumping the gun for Cielo, I do want Pulimpa on Surf eventually. You'll see why. Okay, Cielo got Fire Spirit, so now he gets Adamant. And now you can go into Venom Claw, Double Slash, and Life Bonus. And now everybody has mantras again. So, probably a good idea to save before you head any further into this dungeon. And we'll be taking care of what's on the other side of the door next time. Because there, we'll be getting into the real meat of this place. Pun very much intended. And we also will be finding out the real meaning of the phrase, caution horses.